You're listening to a QLB Media Group podcast.
All right. Before we actually get this show started, babe, I want to hit you with this opening show quick topic. It's a little nasty one right here for the people.
Oh Lord! And this is a surprise for me too, as it's a
She
surprise
stuttered.
for.
Can you be in a relationship with Can you be in a relationship with someone that doesn't give head?
I believe that I can simply because
Here you go. Simply because of what?
that's not a deal breaker for
That's
me.
definitely a deal breaker for me. I need that sloppy toppy. I need that.
I mean, it's a plus. Like, you ain't gotta do all that.
I do gotta do all that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a plus to me, but it's not a deal breaker. Like, if I love you, I mean, head is not gonna make me leave you. Not getting it.
So do you prefer the D or head? Head over D or D over head?
D over head.
Oh my, I like it evenly. Well, I don't, correction, I do not like D. I like the P in the head evenly.
Babe, you're gonna probably have to edit this out, but church people are gonna be listening to this too.
I ain't got nothing to do with that.
So are you advertising for your church members to hear this?
That's the problem, right? That's the difference between you and I. I don't have church members on my page.
Well, I do.
Oh, well. Thank you for listening to We Just Talking Ish. This is another episode. I am Quentin. That is that is Jessica Howell over there. J Howell. Go ahead and introduce yourself, babe.
You've already introduced me. Why would we double introduce ourselves?
Because I like to double introduce.
And I'm Jessica Howell.
Okay. J Howell. And this is episode 2. Babe, we went live today on iTunes, and I announced it to the Facebook community that you can find this on iTunes and Google Play and on that device sitting over there, spelled Alexa, which she probably will. Oh, she didn't hear me, so we're good to go. You can find us on that and on Facebook at facebook.com/QLB Media Group. Or on Instagram at We Just Talking Ish. Yes. So we went live today.
So excited.
And we're going to give you, if you're listening to the first episode now, that's cool beans, because here we go with another one, episode 2. And so, babe, you had quite a day today.
Yep, it was pretty adventurous.
Yeah. So, babe, had me go all the way to Somerville to stand in the hallway. I could have stayed at home to stand in the hallway.
You didn't stand in the hallway
long. I wanted to be in the conference room with you on the business that you had to take care of.
I understand, but I didn't know if they were going to let you. So therefore, I just was like, well, babe, just stand right here. You just stood by the door. You was out there, 5 minutes by yourself?
Yeah, by all them gangster strangers.
Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to you crazy.
Well, I don't know that.
Oh, okay.
And I was scared and weak at the knees because I'm in a courthouse and I don't know what kind of warrants I got out there.
Man, cut it. You got pulled over by the police today and they ran your tags. You didn't have no warrant.
Yeah, man, why do cops be bugging people about the license plate covers over their license plate? There's other things in the world to be that you could be pulling people over for.
Mm-hmm. Y'all worried about a license
people
plate cover.
People out here missing whole headlights and you worried about the license plate cover. And I knew he was going to pull me over. Didn't I say it?
Mm-hmm.
I knew he was going to pull me over. But we're going to get right to the first topic. Last week, Babe brought up the topic and she was like, couples or people in relationships need to stop discussing relationship problems with family and or friends and figure it out with their own significant others. Babe, go.
Yes, I learned this from experience. Because
Experience, or did you learn it from me? Because, oh, okay.
No, experience.
What experience?
Before you, like, obviously I didn't learn my lesson in the past relationship that I was in. So, I mean, like, being with you and having different struggles in a relationship that most couples go through, I discussed certain things with my family, my parents, and friends and stuff like that. And, like, people can change. And I'm a witness that my babe here has changed significantly. But because I see him every day, I see those changes. People who love you and that, you know, care for you, all they're going to remember is the bad part. He hurt you. He did this, that, and the other. So they're not seeing the good turnaround that he has made. And not just me, but anybody that's in a relationship that's discussed relationship problems with family members and friends and things of that nature, they're going to rag you basically about your choice of trying to make it work with that person. But the only thing that I can say as far as encouraging couples to continue on regardless of what anybody says is to learn from it. Like myself, don't discuss any issues with your family members or your friends. Talk to your significant other. Learn to communicate with your significant other.
Yeah, babe. I agree with you there because
just cut me off.
Because
I wasn't done.
Because like everybody knows that you're going to. I mean, well, not everybody. Not everybody. Let me start over because that's going to go into my next point. But first point, like you said, we might work it out and then you might see the good in me, but they're always going to see the bad in me. And then again, I'm talking about me. I'm not saying in general. I'm speaking in general, but I'm talking about me. So we had an altercation back in the day and now it's been rectified.
Yes.
Altercation and rectified. And and now I have to go through the motions of proving to the parentals again that I can be an A1 guy for their daughter
and their
grandchildren. Because I cut up quite nicely, but I was hurt. So there was a lot of hurt backed up with that cut up. And so I cut up. But like, I don't want to cut up no more. And I miss your family. I don't miss driving to Somerville. But I miss your family. I miss your mama trying to stick a big full course meal down my throat every Sunday. And I miss your dad. Hey, Gil. I miss those awkward conversations.
Yeah.
But I don't miss the Somerville drive. So and especially with your friends. I just think you should keep your friends at your business. Talk to God. Together. Talk to God. And I know we went with head and P and D at the beginning. But we're going to go godly here for a quick second. Talk to God about your relationship. He'll show you signs that you will need to see.
Just got to have your eyes open and be willing to accept those signs.
Accept those signs. If you're going to ask for God to show you, you got to be willing to accept it. That's right. Yeah. That is right. I just keep your friends and your family at your business, especially your friends, because your friends can be giving you all kind of advice and they definitely don't get their life together.
Yeah, it's just...
They didn't accept what they do back for the 66th time, telling you to go and leave.
It just feels like, of course, we can talk to God and stuff, and he's a comforter and he's everything that we need him to be. But sometimes it just feels good to have someone that you can physically see and talk to them about it. But when it's just, sometimes you just got to swallow that pill and just, all you can do is talk to God. And when he show you what to do, that's when you talk to your significant other about whatever it is that's bothering you or gets on your nerves or what they did to piss you off or whatever, because it's either going to work or it's not. It ain't no gray areas. So ultimately, God is the answer, because your parents, your family, your friends, they always going to be biased towards you.
Exactly.
So
especially when you don't. What I've noticed about that is when you tell your side of the story, you don't never tell the whole story.
No, I tell the whole story.
Well,
and how can you say that I don't tell the whole story if you're not there?
Other people never tell the whole story.
I tell the whole story. I ain't
they
got
tell
nothing,
the
no
parts
reason to
of the story
anything.
that make themselves look good.
Mm-hmm.
And then now your yes man, air quotes, yes man, is going to always agree with you. Like my partner, Big Jeff, that I used to work with at my place of employment. I used to tell him things, and I tell him both sides, and he would let me know right off the jump if I was wrong or right, or if we were both wrong and both right.
I have a friend like that.
He would never be like, yeah, yes, you right. No, tell me when I'm wrong, because I'm a thick-headed bull, Taurus, May 8th in the house. And sometimes it takes a little bit of talking to for me to understand. Mm-hmm. The stubbornness kicks in, and sometimes you need to talk. And that we can just go on and segue into this. Like, people always want to jump to relationship to relationship instead of just talking situations out.
Yeah.
What are some pointers that you may have that can help an argument go smoother?
Well, from experience with you.
Okay. Okay.
When things are extremely heated, people tend to say things to hurt the other person, whether you mean it or not. And I've learned.
Well, how can you learn? Because if you don't say that,
because I've
you do
done
that,
it.
because you're an Aries, and Aries always say what they mean.
Right.
They mean what they say.
And I usually say what I mean. And at that time, I be pissed off, and what I say, I mean it at that time. It be harsh. And then I go back and think about it once I done calm down, like, dang, Jessica, it was a better way that you could have said that.
Very.
But I still, me being an Aries, I'm not going to apologize for me saying what I said. And babe can attest to that, because if I said it at that time, I meant it. But like I said, it could have been a better way to say it. But when tension is high, when you upset, the best thing that you can do, and we learned this, babe showed me a video from Will and Jada, that the best thing to do is to not say anything at that time. Like, I can't talk to you right now.
Yes, shouts out to Red Talk. That's the table. Right. That's the Red Table
Red
Talk.
Table Talk.
Yes, that Facebook series show of Jada Pinkett.
Yeah. Because
sidebar, did you know that Will Smith has a show too where he does all his bucket list stuff? I need to check that out.
Yes, I know.
He's doing all this bucket list stuff for Facebook. This must be old stuff that he filmed, because how you got time to film Bad Boys 3? Come on now. But continue.
But anyway, I'm the type of
oh, tickled.
You so with it. Lord have mercy. But anyway, I'm the type of person that, well, I used to be like, I got this on my mind. We need to discuss this now. But now it's not always
the best time to
discuss it, because
especially
like I said,
if you have little ones around.
Yes.
I know a couple that I was over there with them hanging out, about to do over there hanging out. I don't want to give too much business. And they were arguing in front of the kid. And I was like, no, don't do it in front of the kid. Don't do that. No, don't do that.
And what was the child doing?
Mocking them. Yeah. See, kids pick up on everything. And this kid is a little bitty kid, 1 year old, turning 2. So, and I was like, nah, y'all can't do that. Me and Bay had to sit down and be like, nah, we can't. That's one of our rules. We do not argue in front of the little ones.
And that helps with the talk later.
Right. Because what you might have been heated about then might not be as heated later.
Right.
And at some point you might even forget
what you was
even arguing about. And another thing we do that most people should do is not go to bed angry.
We talk about it and try to make up over the phone
because God willing, you make it to the next day. You don't want your last words to be something evil because you were arguing and then make it up. And I ain't talking about making up with sex. Making up with true words and understanding. Don't just listen to respond. Listen to understand.
And I had to learn that too, because I used to just listen to respond. And sometimes I still do.
What zodiac sign is that, woman? That's the woman zodiac. That's the woman zodiac sign.
So lame.
How am I lame? Oh my goodness. Woman zodiac sign is to just respond. They don't be listening to nothing. Women come out angrily. Is that the word?
No, it's not.
I made it up today. That's the word on this here podcast. Angrily. Women come out angry and respond. What am I trying to say here? Respond out of emotion. Where most men is logical.
But women are emotional creatures.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely.
But we are also strong as well. Let's add that, kind sir. See, you over there controlling the little, what is it called? Roadcaster, whatever, with all the little sound effects. I ain't got nothing over here to throw some crickets in when... I'm sick of it.
Oh.
We finna return that thing. Shoot. What's the name of it?
The Rodecaster Pro, ladies and gentlemen, just came out a few months ago. A new podcasting tool which we will be using here at QLB Media Group. The podcast. It's one contained device for.
Hey, we don't want to bore the people when they not into
I knew
all
they
that.
was going to shut me up, but yeah, like. That's my little opinion on relationships and arguing and keeping the business to yourself.
Yep.
That's something that
ultimately talk to God.
Ultimately talk to God.
And each other.
That is right. Let me mark this one off our list here. Let me see what else I got. Stupid Android, boy, I tell you. Okay. Tipping. You probably heard us talk about it on episode 1. Now, I know I might have some listeners out there that are in the what's this job? Waitressing or waitressing waitressing business job. Okay, the reason why we're going to talk about this is because we both have a debit card that now correct me if I'm wrong, people. Leave a comment if you're listening to this on Facebook. Correct me if I'm wrong. How does tipping work if they slide your card first, then bring you the receipt to put the tip on?
Right, because I've noticed that when they swipe my card and I put the tip on the receipt, it never comes out of my account.
Comes back out of your. Like I know some restaurants like Chili's, that have the kiosk, and before you swipe, they ask you to add your tip, which gets added to the total. Then you pay. But if you take my credit card away from the table and you swipe and then bring me the receipt, how do you get your tip that I put on the paper? With that being said, I've been using this card for many, many years and going to restaurants that do that procedure.
But they
bring the ticket. I give them the credit card. No, I've been new.
Oh, well, I just knew. I just found out.
They give you your receipt. You give them your credit card. They swipe it. I get the alert that my card has been charged. Now I'm writing out the receipt, giving them their $5, $6, $7 tip. And I give them the receipt. Do they get that $7 or whatever amount I tip them out of the total that was charged? Or does it go back and charge my card again? Because the card I have, it does not do that. The card we have does not do that, which comes to tipping. We know how drastic that is when you go to a restaurant and people don't tip. So why don't they just get another job?
Some people,
because what's it like? They get paid like $3 and some change and make the rest up off of tipping.
Yeah.
What if people don't tip? Are you going to continue to complain about people who don't tip, or just get another job?
I feel like back in the day, saying just get another job is easier said than done. But the way that economy is now, and it's kind of hard to just get another job. Like,
I'm not saying quit your waitressing job to get another job. Get another job while you are waitressing, and then quit your job. Yeah, but you don't know
how long that process may take is what I'm saying.
I understand, but you can't continue, because I see multiple posts throughout the year of waitresses and waiters who get mad because someone didn't tip, and they were at the table all day long getting all kind of things served to them.
Yeah. Now that I feel is kind of wrong. Like, if you there forever and
what did you read on Facebook?
I read a story on Facebook. I can't remember the link or whatever the case may be, but this guy had posted on Facebook that people who frequent the restaurant, if he knows that they don't tip, he puts bodily fluids in their food.
So if they're a frequent person to that restaurant.
Yes. He puts bodily fluids in their food. And
because they don't tip.
And
I guess it's time for us not to be going out to restaurants. But that's the joy of life, to go out to eat.
But we don't have a specific restaurant that we just go to all the time.
Yeah, I'm not saying us in particular, but I know people, older folks, who go to the same restaurant every weekend or every other weekend and chill with other people.
Mm-hmm. But the guy, he said that watching the people who constantly come to the restaurant and don't tip, he enjoys watching them eat his feces or urine.
Oh my goodness.
More than receiving a tip. Like, you just don't know. Like, you basically scared into tipping. But I mean, I believe in tipping if the waiter or waitress is good. Now, if they crappy, I'm sorry.
Oh,
me personally, I ain't giving nothing.
Let me tell you, you know my tip system. I start off with $10.
Yeah.
And my thing is, if you keep coming to the table, that's $1 missing now. Now you got $9.
Keep coming to the table. That's what they're supposed to do.
I understand, but don't keep coming to the table. Like, I just got the food. Why are you coming to the table? How is it? I ain't even took a bite yet. But then
you want to complain. She done walked past here 5 times and they ain't came over here to check on me.
I'm very strict when it comes to how I want to be served.
Okay, well, they don't know that you shouldn't take $1 away from 10, that.
And everything you do to annoy me, you lose $1. Ultimately, not to get nothing, because my card doesn't allow them to get their tip.
So petty, man.
I am that petty. So I think what I'm going to start doing, if I know we're going to go out to eat, I'll just
have the cash on you.
Have the cash on me.
Yes.
But when I do tip, I like to wait to the person to come back to the table so I can give them the tip to their hand. I don't want no one walking by the table or the busboy coming by
and taking
their tip. Yep. Yeah. But like, please, if you are listening via Facebook, let us know in the comments how that works with the credit card. Like,
yeah, kudos to the waiters and waitresses though. Y'all, it takes a special person to be a waiter or a waitress, because I could not remember everything in the menu. I couldn't tell you what's good and what's not good, and yes ma'am and no ma'am, and you dealing with your attitude, all of that. I can't. No, I'd rather continue staying away from customers and just dealing with them over the phone, because I'm not a face-to-face person, because you're going to tell all my attitude on my face. Wouldn't get no...
Well, speaking of on the phone, the job that you have, they can hear it in your voice.
No.
Let me hear your best customer service voice.
Babe. I'm not fixing to say it because but they can't. Now, some of them...
You can't give us your best customer service voice? I ain't say mention the job you work at. Just give us...
No, you're not fixing to put me on
my name
spot.
is Jessica. Come on. Welcome to such and such. How may I help you? Come on, give us the... I'm going to do...
No, you're not fixing to put me out there like that. Listen, I'm good, babe. I'm good with my customer service. Now, some of them, they can irk your last nerve.
Let me tell you, before we get off this episode 2 right here, which I got to come up with a name for it. Let me tell you, Babe works in customer service. She answers phone calls of complaining customers or customers needing help. One time I had something coming via FedEx. FedEx dropped the ball. FedEx had the delivery driver from FedEx notified the machine that he used that he came to the door and we were home the whole entire day. He didn't come to the door. Needless to say, I'm one of those people that when a package is coming, I'm tracking it from the moment I order it to the time it gets delivered to the door. He put on his handheld that he tried to deliver the package. No one was home, when clearly he didn't come by here at all. It was late, and I guess he wanted to just hurry up and get back to the hub. He didn't come here at all. I had Babe, because women get on the phone and they get things done to customer service.
But now, it was Saturday,
Babe
y'all.
is customer service. So I wanted Babe to get on there and get real tough, to get something done. Babe got on the phone and disappointed me.
Because you can get more done being nice than being a asshole, basically. He was on there,
nope.
Let me speak to your boss.
Nope.
I want answers and blah, blah, blah.
I'm shaking my head no right now, people.
Yes, because I work in customer service. The more you holler, the more they gonna tune you out and the less that they gonna do to help you. I'm telling you, because I work in customer service.
If you can see my face right now, I really don't give a damn. That lady could not help me at all, and I needed Babe to get through to her.
No, I was not. I got on the phone and was talking calm to the lady. All you can do is hear what they saying. It's Saturday. What can you expect get done? Saturday evening.
Make dude turn that truck around and deliver my package?
No. Babe want to speak to corporate and everything else, and it's after 5 o'clock on a Saturday. You can't get nothing done Monday through Friday.
So this is what we're doing?
Yes, that's what we doing.
You not yelling right now? Okay.
Babe, you're not fixing to get nothing done yelling at these people. I want to speak to your manager. And 9 times out of 10, they done already told their manager what they done said, and their manager siding with them because they done told you the right thing. And then they ready to hear what this crazy customer saying on the phone, but only to tell you the same thing that the customer service representative said.
Ladies and gentlemen,
fixing to just cut me off like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to this second episode of We Just Talking Ish.
I can't believe you just cut me off like that.
You can,
because you don't agree with what I'm saying.
We just went live today, and I'm giving you a second episode on the day of lunch because that's what I want to do for the listeners of We Just Talking Ish. Hit that subscribe. Well, you know what? I'm not even going to say none of that because we got a nice little ending at the end that we put together. So, yeah, we just talking ish, ladies and gentlemen.
We just talking ish.
Yes, and we are out.
Peace out. Thanks for listening to We Just Talking Ish. If you are a first-time listener and like our podcast, hit the subscribe button to get notifications of new episodes.
If you are listening via Facebook and want to listen to us via a podcast app, you can find We Just Talking Ish on iTunes, Google Play, TuneIn, and on Amazon Alexa.
Alexa, play We Just Talking Ish. Thank you to all our listeners and supporters.